Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you our 17 finalists in the Miss Malaysia pageant. A very good evening once again to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the National Grand Finals of the Miss Malaysia Pageant 2007. And here you are, ladies and gentlemen, our 17 beautiful finalists for this pageant this evening. So whom do you think will walk away with the 3 titles? Well, take a guess, and let's see if your guess is going to be correct by the end of this evening. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Carol Lee. I'm currently a news presenter, and I also host a live morning talk show called Hello and 2. It's on RTM2 from Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And I'm also a former Miss Malaysia. Well, that was about a decade ago. When it comes to pageants, we can't make do without judges, isn't that right? We definitely need them to be here in a pageant in order to search for the 3 Miss Malaysias. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished panel of judges. First of all, our first judge had represented Malaysia in the 2006 Miss Tourism International World Finals in China, where she won the Miss Congeniality subsidiary title. She's currently a flight stewardess, and she has appeared in numerous TV commercials. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Miss Malaysia Tourism 2006 Miss Brenda Chew. Our next judge has been modeling for about 7 years and has appeared in commercials too. She has also worked as a pageant organizer for the Miss Malaysia Pageant 2005. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Miss Malaysia Dream Girl 2000, Miss Rebecca Lee. Our third judge has modeled in different parts of Asia, including Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Shanghai, Indonesia, Australia, and of course, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 2000, Miss Carla Song. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth judge has represented Malaysia in the Miss Tourism International 1997 in Macau, where she was placed among the top 5. In 2002, she had won the subsidiary title of Model of the Year look in the Elite Model of the Year search. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 1997, Miss Carmen Kaur. Our fifth judge is a wife of the former badminton champion Chia Soon Kit and was also crowned Mrs. Malaysia in 2003. In the international finals, she had won 3 subsidiary titles, and they are Mrs. Sporty Beautiful, Mrs. Photogenic, and Mrs. Slim and Beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Malaysia Chinatown 1994, Miss Anita Pang. Our next judge had represented Malaysia in the World Finals of the Miss Globe International in 1993, Miss Southeast Asia in 1993, and Miss Intercontinental in 1994, in which she had won 2 subsidiary titles and was placed among the top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Malaysia Intercontinental 1993, Miss Rachel Ng. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to introduce our next judge for this evening. She's of Chinese and Thai heritage. She has quite a number of titles in her hands, and they are the Malaysia Best Model, Miss Malaysia Queen of Tourism, Miss Malaysia Chinese International, Miss Malaysia Earth, and Miss Malaysia Oriental Pearl International. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Malaysia Queen of Tourism 1996, Miss Zoe Tan. Judge was the 3rd runner-up of the Miss Tourism International in 1998. She is in the midst of preparing a TV talk show program. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Malaysia Tourism 1997, Miss Ui Bibi. Gentlemen, our 9th judge for this evening is a lady of substance. She had worked her way up the corporate ladder, and she was awarded the Best Buyer Award in 2006. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Bata Ladies Footwear Category Manager from Bata Marketing Sundian Berhad, Miss Hao Ping Ping. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, As the saying goes, the thorn among the roses. Yes, we do have a gentleman in the house. He had traveled around the world as a top hotelier. He now oversees 13 hotels under the Sunway and Olsen brand in 5 Asian destinations. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Group General Manager of the Sunway Resort Hotel and Spa, Mr. Jean-Jacques Kiefer. So ladies and gentlemen, here are our 10 judges for the Miss Malaysia pageant this evening, and it is now time for us to introduce our 17 beautiful finalists in the Miss Malaysia pageant 2007 this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, finalist number 1, Catherine Ng Ka Ling, representing Pahang. Finalist number 2, Justina Aoyong Hui Ling, representing Wilayah Persekutuan. Finalist number 3, Julie To Julie, representing Selangor. Finalist number 4, Valerie Chan Sue Yi, representing Wilayah Persekutuan. Finalist number 5, Cindery Go Ying Shing, representing Malacca. Finalist number 6, Karen Go Sok Jin, representing Perak. Finalist number 7, Selina Ui Seong Pi, representing Wilayah Persekutuan. Finalist number 8, Jenny Yap Hing Hing, representing Pahang. Finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi, representing the historical state of Malacca. Finalist number 10, Chloe O Pui Fong, representing the Pearl of the Orient, Penang. Finalist number 11, Audrey Ng Suk Ling, representing Perak. Finalist number 12, Eunice Ko Chiu Wei, representing Johor. Finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sun Yi, representing Perak. Finalist number 14, Vino Neo Chun Fen, representing Penang. Finalist number 15, Valerie Lo Yu Zen, representing Johor. Finalist number 16, Collins Tin Yi Shin, representing Pahang. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, finalist number 17, Samantha Scully, representing Penang. Thanks very much, ladies. ladies and gentlemen, there you are, our 17 finalists for the Miss Malaysia Pageant 2007. So who will be walking away with the Miss Malaysia title tonight, ladies and gentlemen? We will know that very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 nights ago, there was a talent competition held for the 17 finalists, and 4 of them have been selected to perform this evening. And what will they be doing tonight? Well, it could be singing, it could be dancing, or it could be anything else. Well, you will find out very, very soon as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we'd like to invite the 2 finalists. Yes, before that, let me tell you a little bit more about this pageant. Since you all know, there are a total of 17 finalists from 6 states, from Wilayah Persekutuan, Melaka, Pahang, Perak, Penang, and Johor. And they have been brought together for the Miss Malaysia pageant. And they are here not only to showcase their special qualities and abilities, but also to promote peace, goodwill, and friendship among themselves and with the people they come into contact with. To promote and cultivate a caring society, the organizer, Detached Promotion, used this pageant as a charitable platform by appointing the Lions Club in 6 states for the selection rounds. And we'd like to acknowledge all the Lions Clubs in these 6 states, and they are the Lions Club of Segamat, Lions Club of KL Host, Lions Club Mentakap, Lions Club of Ipoh Host, Lions Club of Bayan Baru, and Lions Club of Melaka. Our collaborations with the Lions Club reflect our value of the beauty's involvement in charitable activities. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us not keep you waiting. It is time for the talent performance. We have 2 finalists who will be performing this evening, and they are finalist number 6, Karen Go Sok Jen. She will be singing a Chinese song. I'll try to pronounce it in Chinese. It's called Qian Yan Wan Yu, followed by finalist number 14, Vino Neo. She'll be doing a Chinese Broadway dance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you finalist number 6 and number 14.
不知道为了什么，忧愁它围绕着我，我每天都在祈祷，快赶走爱的寂寞。那天起，你对我说，永远地爱着我，千言和万语随风雨远过，不知道为了什么，忧愁它围绕着我每天都在祈祷，快赶走爱的寂寞。不知道为了什么，忧愁它围绕着我，我每天都 可以。吻在我的脸上留个爱标记，给我一个吻可以不可以？吻在我的心上，让我想念你，总能瞪着你眼睛，你不答应，我也要向你请求，绝不灰心，总逼着你嘴唇，你没回应，我也要向你恳求，绝不伤心，给我一个吻可以不可以？绯闻也没关系，我一样心感激，给我一个吻敷衍也可以，绯闻表示甜蜜，我一样感谢你。总能瞪着你眼睛，你不答应，我也要向你请求，绝不灰心，总能逼着你嘴唇，你没回应，我也要向你恳求，绝不伤心，给我一个吻可以不可以？绯闻也没关系，我一样心感激，给我一个吻敷衍也可以，绯闻表示甜蜜，我一样感谢你，一样感谢你，一样感谢你。
Thank you very much to finalist number 6, Karen Go, and also finalist number 14, Vino Nyo. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can all see, our finalists here are not just with beauty and brains, it is also with talent too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next round. But before we go to our next round, yes, tonight, once again, we'd like to mention to you there will be 3 titles of the Miss Malaysia, which is the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific, Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan, and also the Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year. And don't forget about the lucky draw. Yes, we will be having that right after we crown the 3 Miss Malaysias. So do stay back right till the end so that you will know whether or not you will be able to walk away with some very, very attractive prizes. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do have the 17 finalists, and what you can see just now were the 2 finalists presenting their talent performance, and there will be another 2 more, and by the end of this evening we will also crown the finalists with the best talent performance. So you will also be the judges. You let us know which performance do you prefer. So ladies and gentlemen, let us now continue with the swimwear round.
What are you looking at? Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it but and Monroe, Dietrich and DiMaggio, Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, on the cover of a magazine. Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Lauren Catherine Manitou, Betty Davis, we love you. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it but
Thank you very much, ladies. Well, here is a question that I have for the gentlemen. What I've noticed is this. When it came to the swimwear round, when you heard that, next thing I had noticed was this. Everyone looked up. Everyone looked so bright. And even a gentleman from over the other side, I saw him taking his glasses and wearing it. So I suppose this is one of the segments that you do look forward to, isn't that right? And I do hope there's no one in the house this evening who has brought a binoculars. Has anyone brought a binoculars? No, right? Okay, that's good. All right, so apart from these 3 Miss Malaysia titles this evening that we will be giving out, we also have 6 subsidiary titles, and they are the Miss Kale Sogo Trendsetter by Sogo, Miss Aerialist Radiant Skin by Aerialist, Miss Photogenic by UPP, Miss Friendship by Sunway, Miss Beautiful Legs by Bata, and Best in Talent by D-Touch. When it comes to this beauty pageant, it has provided many career opportunities for young females in commercial advertising and film. Their participation in the Miss Malaysia pageant has also given them an invaluable experience in appreciating the meaning, intricacy, and beauty of womanhood. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now continue with the second segment of the talent performance. And we will have finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi, who will be singing this beautiful song by Celine Dion, which is My Heart Will Go On, followed by finalist number 16, Collins Tin, who will be performing a Chinese fairy dance. And they will be coming out in a very, very short while, ladies and gentlemen. And after this, we will have another segment, which is the designer wear segment, and you'll get to see how elegant this beautiful 17 finalists are. And to entertain you this evening, well, we will not be getting any like celebrities, professional singers, but we will be having our very own former Miss Malaysias to come forward, to be on the stage, to perform for you. And this is specially for you only this evening, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, let us bring out finalist number 9, Marina Liao, and also finalist number 16, Colin Stin.
In my dreams, I see you, I feel you. There is how I know you. Go on, far across the distance and spaces between us. You have come to show you. Go on, me far wherever you are. I believe that the hardest goes on.
Thank you. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, finalist number 9, Marina Liao, as well as finalist number 16, Colin Stin, who had performed the Chinese fairy dance. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that our finalists, they have such mesmerizing voices. I'm sure they will be able to coax the birds down from the trees, as well as looking at the dance movements. It's just as graceful as the swan. So ladies and gentlemen, we shall now proceed to our next segment. We present to you the designer wear round. Ladies and gentlemen, here you are, our 17 beautiful finalists of the Miss Malaysia pageant 2007. And all the shoes worn by our finalists are specially designed by Bata. So ladies and gentlemen, we will have our top 5 finalists in a very, very short while. And this is something different. Right now, I really have no idea who are our top 5 finalists. We will be inviting 6 of our finalists first to take a seat on these chairs. And out of the 6, how many will be going to the top 5? It all depends on our dancers. They will be bringing out a special edition, gold shoes, specially designed by Bata as well, and put it on the top 5 finalists. So ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite finalist number 1. Oh yes, of course. It is always nice to get the gentlemen to escort our finalists to the chairs. We have all our handsome gentlemen over there. Please. and gentlemen, out of the 6, we'll be going to the finals. Yes, the top 5 that we're talking about this evening. I'd like to invite the dancers to come up with the special edition Gold Shoes by Bata to put it on the finalists if they are one of the top 5. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, the special edition Gold Shoes by Bata. Yes, we have 2 dancers, meaning to say 2 of them will be going to the final round of the Miss Malaysia Pageant 2007. And yes, we already have 2 of them as the top 5 finalists of the Miss Malaysia Pageant, which is finalist number 7, Selina Uiseok-B, and also finalist number 12, Eunice Ko Chiu-wei. Congratulations to our 2 top 5 finalists. Yes, you already know 2, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 more. So who will be the other 3 finalists? We will definitely know that very, very soon. Thank you very much, ladies. Yes, bringing on the shoes is one thing, but making sure that it fits is also another. Yes, we have one of them already, ladies and gentlemen, which is finalist number 12, Eunice Ko Chiu-wei. With a beautiful pair of gold shoes designed by Bata. Yes, does it fit? Yes, it does. Fit very well. On finalist number 7, Selina Uiseok-B. Congratulations. Let us now invite our male dancers to bring out another 6 finalists, ladies and gentlemen. Is it finalist number 10 or is it finalist number 11? Or is it finalist number 6 or finalist number 2? Or is it finalist number 15 or finalist number 17? How many of them will be going into the top 5? Yes, I'd like to invite right now one of the dancers to come out with the special edition Gold Shoes by Bata. Aha, ladies and gentlemen, it's only one of them out of the 6 finalists who will be going into the top 5. So who will that one person be, ladies and gentlemen? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's finalist number 10, Chloe Oh Pui Fong, who is going into the top 5. Thank you very much, ladies. And after this, ladies and gentlemen, we will have 5 other finalists who will be coming forward to take their seats. And out of this 5, we have 2 more pairs of shoes for them. So 2 out of the 5 that we have left on this stage will be going to the top 5, which is the final round of the Miss Malaysia pageant 2007. Yes, right now we have finalist number 7, Selena Uy, finalist number 12, UNESCO, and we also have finalist number 10, Chloe O, who are already in the top 5. Yes, we also have to check if the shoes fit. And yes, looks like it does fit. Finalist number 10, Chloe O. And now our dancers, I'd like to invite you to escort our 5 other finalists to the seats. And as mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, 2 of them will be going to the top 5. Yes, we have finalists. Number 9 here. Is it her? Or is it finalist number 4? Or finalist number 8? Or finalist number 13? And finalist number 14? No one knows yet, but we will find out very soon. Yes, we'd like to invite the dancers with the shoes, please. 2 more pairs of the special edition gold shoes by Bata will go to 2 or top finalists. Yes, and they are moving very, very close, very, very close to the 2 top 5 finalists. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi, and also finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sin Yi. Thank you very much, ladies. And congratulations to our top 5 finalists of the Miss Malaysia pageant 2007, ladies and gentlemen. It's finalist number 7, Selena Uy, finalist number 9, Marina Liao, finalist number 10, Chloe O, finalist number 12, UNESCO, and also finalist number 13, Joanne Chan. Here you are, ladies and gentlemen, finalist number 13, Joanne Chan. Gentlemen, our final top 5 finalists, which is finalist number 9, Marina Liao. present to you the top 5 finalists of the Miss Malaysia Pageant 2007. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies. Our top 5 finalists will be preparing themselves for the interview segment in a very short while. But in the meantime, you will be entertained by a special guest performer. And she is the Miss Malaysia Tourism Dream Girl 2005. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Evelyn Tan. like to cover your ears? It might burst. Looks like it's good, in good hands. So usually they'll be making something out of the balloon. So what would that be? Would it be a little poodle? Or would it be, I suppose, a bear or a flower? Who would like to have the balloon? Anyone would like to take home this balloon? No? Too shy. Too shy to go up to the stage, isn't that right? Aha! That's her dog. She'll like to present it to someone. And let's see who is the lucky person. And yes, it's for young Berhomat. And this is a special birthday gift for you, yeah? So what else is Evelyn going to do? More balloons. Anyone else? Anyone else who'd like to take home this adorable balloon? What else is she gonna make? There's one thing interesting about these balloons. You're able to fold it into different shapes. It could be a shape of an animal, it could be a shape of a flower, it can be anything. Is that another poodle? That's a dog. I'm sure there are many of you here this evening who are animal lovers. Oh, this is a mouse. A cute little pink mouse. And who will she be giving it to? That's for you, Dato. Dato Danny Ui. Special gift for you. Is there something special? Is there, ladies and gentlemen, a special magic show by Miss Evelyn Tan, our Miss Malaysia Tourism Dream Girl 2005. And look at all our former Miss Malaysias and also current Miss Malaysias. They're all multi-talented. Sometimes it's beyond your imagination what they can do. So ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to be inviting our top 5 finalists to come up one by one for the interview segment. And I'll be coming up the stage. There will be something that we will be asking them to do. So ladies and gentlemen, let me invite our first top 5 finalists, which is finalist number 7, Selina Uiseok B. How are you
Good
today?
evening, Carol.
Yes. So what do you think are your chances like this evening?
Chances to winning the title?
Yes. Taking home any
I
of
have
the
confidence.
top... Yes,
I
you
have
do?
confidence, yes.
It's very good. So you come from Wilayah Persekutuan. What do you think you like to promote when it comes to Wilayah Persekutuan?
Okay, you mean what?
It could be food, it could be a thing, it could be a landmark. What would that one thing be?
Alright, the first thing I will promote is the good people of Wilayah Persekutuan, like all of us here.
Yeah, all very friendly, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be giving yourselves a big round of applause? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here's what you are required to do, right? You have 1.5 minutes to promote yourself and also to impress the judges and the audience, okay, as to why you should be selected as one of the Miss Malaysias. You have to remember, no obscene stuff, okay? No stripping, no pole dancing. I know you all get excited, isn't that right? Okay, but whatever it is, okay, none of all this. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do for the 1.5 minutes. It's all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Miss Malaysia pageant grand final night. What I want to say about myself is I have a strong communication skills. Besides the outer beauty, I have also the inner beauty, and I'm very cute also. Alright, so I'm a cheerful person and I like to help people. Sometimes I may be a little bit naughty, but I'm kind in heart. And you can see I am very, very attractive, like the way I smile. You see I smile so sweet. So I believe my cheerful personality will definitely won you over. So thank you for your support.
All right, thank you very much. Selena, finalist number 7. So do you think she's sweet, ladies and gentlemen? Can we hear a round of applause? Yes? And I'm just curious to know how naughty you are. Okay, that will be later after the pageant. So thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. Here's finalist number 7, Selena Uy. It is now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to present to you finalist number 9, Marina Liao. Hi Marina, how are you today?
Fine.
That's good. Since you come from Malacca,
Yeah.
you love to travel to Paris one day. Why Paris?
Because it's very romantic, the place.
So do you have someone romantic to go with as of now?
This is a secret.
Okay. Aha, it's a secret for all of you. Okay, so here is what you are required to do, Marina. You have 1.5 minutes to promote yourself and also to impress our judges and also the audience this evening as to why you deserve to be crowned Miss Malaysia. So you have 1.5 minutes from now.
Thank you. Okay, my answer is firstly, I have the Nyonya and Chinese features, and my benefits is of my tall, and I'm a very friendly, humble, and I'm confident of myself. And I think I can represent Malaysia to the international level. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Marina. Yes. Does she deserve such soft clap? Or more? I'm sure we're from the other side. Isn't that right? Okay, thank you very much. Finalist number 9, Marina Liao. Next, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you finalist number 10, Loie O. Good evening. Hi, Chloe. How are you today?
Fine.
That's good. So if you were to be crowned Miss Malaysia tonight, what's the first thing that you'll be doing right after you've been crowned?
My mother is there. I think I will.
Where is she? Can you lift up your hand? Where's your mommy?
Over there.
She's over there. Oh yes, there she is. You have such a beautiful daughter, I must say that, Auntie. Okay. So here's what you're supposed to do as well, same as the rest of the finalists. Are you feeling nervous? No. She would love to become a pharmacist one day. Wow. So if you like to have any prescribed drugs or whatever, this is the right person to look for. Okay, you have 1.5 minutes, okay, to market yourself or promote yourself and also to impress the judges and the audience as to why you deserve to be crowned Miss Malaysia. So 1.5 minutes is yours.
Thank you for the question. First of all, I feel confident about my physical appearance. I am tall and slim, pretty yet comfortable looking with sweet and green smile, which are quite convincing. Apart from physical appearance, I am also a competent and diligent pharmacy student with pretty good academic achievement. In terms of interpersonal relationship, I am quite a very sociable person where I can get along with any people easily and well. If I have the opportunity to represent Malaysia for the World Final, I think I can communicate and socialize with other finalists from all around the world very well, so that I can make use of this opportunity to promote and share with them the diversity of Malaysian culture. As a conclusion, both beauty and wisdom are equally important. I think I fulfill this requirement and I am the best candidate for the winner. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That sounds very convincing, I must say that, especially when you say that you are academically, very, very good. That's one of it that we want in a Miss Malaysia, not just beauty alone, but with brains. So here you are, ladies and gentlemen, finalist number
you.
10, Chloe O. So we have 2 more finalists, ladies and gentlemen, that we will be inviting to the stage. Next is finalist number 12, Eunice Ko Chiu Wei. Hi,
Hello,
Eunice.
good evening.
That's something very, very interesting. Look at that. Everyone look over there. Eunice number 12. And you have lights too. How do you connect it? Are you using the hotel's PowerPoint? Okay, or it's hidden somewhere, right?
It's my classmate
Oh, your classmates.
Yeah.
Wow, they're very, very supportive of you.
and my boyfriend's parent and my boyfriend too.
Wow, you have the whole family here already, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Eunice, you have 1.5 minutes, okay, to market yourself and also to impress the judges, the audience, as to why you should be selected as one of the Miss Malaysias. Right, so you have 1.5 minutes from now.
First of all, I am greatly honored to be chosen as a finalist in this great event. It's my ambition to become ambassador for my country as I can promote peace and goodwill. I believe with my confidence, look and knowledge, I can spread the wonders and attraction of Malaysia to all around the world in line with Visit Malaysia 2007. This year also coincides with the 50th anniversary of independence and is an auspicious time to show our multiracial culture and how we live in peace and harmony. Lastly, I sincerely hope that all of you all here can keep your confidence in me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to Eunice. Yes, and hopefully all of us will be aligned to one common vision as to Yang Berhormat Dr. MKBS, which is to make love and not war. Isn't that right, Yang Berhormat? Yes. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, here's finalist number 12, Eunice Ko.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We have one more finalist, ladies and gentlemen, and it is my pleasure to present to you finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sit Yi. how are you feeling today?
Good, thank you.
That's good. So, what do you think you'll be doing right after you've completed this whole event?
The first thing I will do is to call my parents
Where are they now?
in my hometown, Ipoh, Perak.
In Ipoh. Okay. Ah, all of you must be from Ipoh, right? Ah, okay. Yeah, I love the chicken hor fun there.
Chicken, bean
What else is
sprout
there?
chicken.
Bean sprout, and they
Bean
are
sprout
really
chicken.
fat bean sprouts,
Yes.
right? Yes, it's a must-eat when you go to Ipoh. And if you don't know where to look for a very good restaurant, here's the right person. Okay, right. You have 1.5 minutes to promote yourself and to impress the judges and the audience as to why you should be selected as a Miss Malaysia. So you have 1.5 minutes from now.
Good evening to all the judges and ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your question, Carol. Well, I believe that I have the caliber and intellect to win this title. I have my greatest asset, my appearance, confidence, graceful, and the way I carry myself. And I'm able to make the people around the world who meet me gain a good impression of Malaysia. I will promote Malaysia as a multicultural and multinational country. In view of Visit Malaysia year 2007, we have to play an active role to ensure the success of Visit Malaysia year 2007. Thank you.
All right, here you, ladies and gentlemen, finalist number 13, Joanne Chan. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, as our judges put in the final score, and we will tabulate their scores in a very, very short while. And after that, we will know who will walk away with the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific, Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan, and also Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year. So in the meantime, while you're still enjoying your dinner, you will be entertained by 2 more former Miss Malaysias, and they are the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2005 and also Miss Malaysia Intercontinental 2002. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Annie Wong and Miss Enya. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, with the opening dance performance. So I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel like dancing, yes, you can get off the seats and move. While listening to the music, I'm sure, isn't it? You feel like moving or grooving. But if not, if you don't feel like standing up, it's okay. You can sit down, and I'm sure you can still move too, right? You know what? It's a good way to actually lose those calories, lose whatever you've just eaten earlier on. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we will have the performance by our Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2005, and she will be singing 2 songs. The first one is Bad Boys. Ooh. Any bad boys in the house tonight? No, I don't think you'll be admitting to that, right? Okay, and there will be another one which is What's Up? So ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Miss Annie Wong.
Thank you. My name is Amy, the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2005, and my next song is What's Up? Thank you.
Get up and creep it along for a destination. And I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made of this brotherhood of man, or whatever that means. And so I cry sometimes and I line the page just to get along what's in my head, and I start feeling a little peculiar until I wake in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath and I get real high, and I scream on top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I try, oh my God, I try all the time in this institution, and I pray, oh my God, I pray every single day for revolution. And so I cry sometimes and I line the page just to get around what's in my head, and I start feeling a little peculiar until I wake in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath and I get real high, and I scream on top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? Five years of my life is still trying to get up that pretty hill for the destination.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Annie Wong with her songs Bad Boys and What's Up. Would you have noticed if I didn't tell you that she's not a professional singer? It's amazing, isn't it, how well she can sing. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see how our other Miss Malaysia will do in a short while. Well, she will be singing a few songs, and they are Symbolic Disco, 明天会更好, and We Are the World. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Anya.
DJ
Thank you. A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoy yourself tonight. My name is Anya, and the next number I would like to present is 明天会更好 and We Are the World.轻轻敲醒沉睡的心灵，慢慢张开你的眼睛，看看忙碌的世界是否依然孤独地转个不停。
青春不解红尘，言辞沾染了灰，让昨日年少的泪痕随季风干了。抬头寻找天空的翅膀，候鸟出现它的影迹，带来远处的饥荒，无情的战火依然存在的消息。玉山白雪飘零，燃烧少年的心，让真情融化成音符，倾诉遥远的祝福。We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Without a father, God's great family. It's true, make a better day, just you and me. 唱出你的热情，伸出你双手，让我拥抱着你的路。让我拥有你真心的面孔。Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Miss Malaysia finalists. 骄傲，让我们期待明天会更好。We can go on, pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. Without a father, God's great big family, and the truth, you know love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice to make it. We're saving our own life. It's true, make a better day, just you and me. 唱出你的热情，伸出你双手，让我拥抱着你的梦，让我拥有你真心的面孔。让我们的笑容充满着青春的骄傲，让我们期待明天会更好。谁能不顾自己的家园，抛开记忆中的童年？谁能忍心看那昨日的忧愁带走我们的笑容？青春不解红尘，言辞沾染了灰，让昨日年少的泪水滋润了你的面容。唱出你的热情，伸出你双手，让我拥抱着你的梦，让我拥有你真心的面孔。让我们的笑容充满着青春的骄傲，让我们期待明天会更好。让我们的笑容伸出你双手，让我拥抱着你的梦，让我拥有你真心的面孔。让我们的笑容充满着青春的骄傲，让我们期待明天会更好。唱出你的热情，伸出你双手，让我拥抱着你的梦，让我拥有你真心的面孔。让我们的笑容充满着青春的骄傲，让我们期待明天会更好。
Malaysia Intercontinental 2002, Miss Anya. So ladies and gentlemen, before we mention the winners of the subsidiary titles and also to crown the 3 Miss Malaysias, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to acknowledge our distinguished panel of judges. I'd like to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Danny Uy to come up to the stage, please, to present the special mementos to all our 10 judges. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to our first judge, Miss Malaysia Tourism 2006, Miss Brenda Chew. Also, a very big thank you to Miss Malaysia Dream Girl 2000, Miss Rebecca Lee. Thank you to Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 2000, Miss Carla Song. Thank you to Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 1997, Miss Carmen Cole. Thank you to Miss Malaysia Chinatown 1994, Miss Anita Park. Thank you. The Miss Malaysia Intercontinental 1993, Miss Rachel Ng. Thank you to Miss Malaysia Queen of Tourism 1996, Miss Zoe Tan. Thank you to Miss Malaysia Tourism 1997, Miss Ui Bibi. Thank you to Bata Ladies Footwear Category Manager of Bata Marketing's Nimberhan, Miss Hao Ping Ping. Thank you to our lucky gentleman for this evening to be able to judge with 9 other beautiful ladies for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as the Group General Manager of Sunway Resort Hotel and Spa, Mr. Jean-Jacques Kiefer. Thank you very much to Dato' Danny Uy, please be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to mention who are the winners of the subsidiary title. First of all, I'd like to invite the representative of the Sogo KL department store to come up on stage, please, to sash the Miss KL Sogo Trendsetter. Yes, and we have with us is Encik Azahari Ahmad, the manager of KL Sogo. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss KL Sogo Trendsetter goes to finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sit Yi. Congratulations to finalist number 13, Joanne Chan, for being awarded the Miss KL Sogo Trendsetter. And thank you very much, Encik Azahari. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is the Miss Aurelis Radiant Skin, and it's adopted by Lexwell International's Nürnberg. It is my pleasure to invite the CEO of the Lexwell International, Mr. Y.K. Lim, to come up on stage, please, to sash the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Aurelis Radiant Skin goes to finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi. Congratulations to finalist number 9, Marina Liao, for being the Miss Aurelis Radiant Skin. And thank you very much to Mr. Y.K. Lim. Next is the Miss Photogenic, ladies and gentlemen, which is adopted by the United Print Process in Nürnberg. It's my pleasure to invite the Business Development Manager, Mr. Keith Wong, to come up on stage to sash the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Photogenic goes to finalist number 13 again, Joanne Chong Sit Yi. Congratulations to Joanne for being the Miss Photogenic, and thank you very much to Mr. Keith Wong. Next is the Miss Friendship, ladies and gentlemen. It is adopted by the Sunway Resort Hotel and Spa. It is my pleasure to invite the Group General Manager, Mr. Jean-Jacques Kiefer, to sash the winner, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Friendship goes to finalist number 4, Valerie Chan Sui Yi. Congratulations to Valerie Chan for being awarded the Miss Friendship subsidiary title. And thank you very much, Mr. Jean-Jacques Kiefer. We also have the Miss Beautiful Legs, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, which is adopted by Bata Marketing Nürnberg. It is my pleasure to invite the Senior Marketing Manager of Bata, Mr. James Silverraj, to come up on the stage to present the award. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Beautiful Legs goes to finalist number 7, Selina Wui Seong Ping. Congratulations to Selina. Here you are, ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Beautiful Legs. And thank you very much to Dr. James Silverraj. Now we have the Best in Talent, adopted by Detach Promotion, Nürnberg. I'd like to invite the Miss Malaysia Queen of Tourism 1996, Ms. Zoe Tan, to come up to the stage, please, to present this award. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, the Best in Talent is finalist number 6, Karen Go Sok Jin. Congratulations to Karen. She had sung the Chinese song 千言万语. Congratulations and thank you very much to Ms. Zoe Tan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the result is already in my hands. Firstly, I would like to invite our 3 beauty queens to step forward, please. Yes, they are the former beauty queens and they will be coming to do a parade. Yes, first of all, we have Miss Annie Wong, Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2005. Miss Carmen Ko, Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 1997. So Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year 2007. Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 2000, Miss Carla Song. We would also like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Danny Kui, to join our 3 beauty queens there. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2007. And this time goes to finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi. I would like to invite Miss Annie Wong, the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2005, to do the crowning of the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2007. Let's hear you out, our Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2007, finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi. And our Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan 2007 goes to finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sit Yi. I'd like to invite Miss Carmen Kaur, the Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 1997, to crown our Queen, which is the Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan 2007. Finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Sit Yi. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year 2007, who will it be? The finalist number 7, 10, or 12? So, ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year 2007 goes to finalist number 12, UNESCO Chiu-Wei. I'd like to invite the Miss Malaysia Queen of the Year 2000, Miss Carla Song, to crown our Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year 2007. Malaysia. Congratulations to our three beauty queens here this evening, which is the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2007, which is finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi. Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan 2007, finalist number 13, Joanne Chang. And also Miss Malaysia Tourism Win of the Year 2007, finalist number 12, Eunice Koh. Congratulations once again to our three Miss Malaysias. Right now is a chance for our members of the media to take a group photograph of our former beauty queens, our current beauty queens of 2007, and also the founder of the Miss Malaysia pageant, which is Yang Berbahagia, Dato' Danny Wu. Okay, we also like to invite all our VIPs from the main table to come up to the stage, please, to take a group photograph. I'd like to invite Miss Yang from Oban. Come up on stage, please. Dato' MMP, Dato' Sri Panglima Abdul Qadir bin Hadi Sheikh Qadir, former Cabinet Minister. Also like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Dato' James Silverraj, Senior Marketing Manager of Bata Marketing, Sdn Bhd, our beautiful Miss Malaysias. Come up on stage, please, for the group photograph. Let's not forgetting all our judges as well. Please come up to the stage for the group photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, please do stay back because right after this we will have the lucky draw. You will get to know if you will be one of the lucky winners to bring home some attractive prizes. So thank you very much once again to all our VIPs, the judges, and congratulations to the three winners. Finalist number 9, Marina Liao Mei Yi. Finalist number 13, Joanne Chan Siew Yi. And finalist number 12, Eunice Ho Chiu Wei. After this, we'd like to invite all our three winners for the Winners Victory Parade. For all the members of the media, there will be a press conference at the Business Center 1, level 15 after this. And to all of you ladies and gentlemen, your lucky draw numbers will be flashed on the screen in a very short while. And please redeem your prizes at the reception counter at the foyer later on. Here is the Winners Victory Parade, ladies and gentlemen, of the Miss Malaysia Asia Pacific 2000, which is Miss Marina Liao. Miss Malaysia Tourism Metropolitan 2007 is Joanne Chang, and the Miss Malaysia Tourism Queen of the Year 2000, Miss Eunice Koh. Congratulations to our lucky winners, and thank you very much to the rest of the finalists for all your effort.
Take
at the screens because these are the lucky draw numbers, okay, the winning numbers, and they are 0213, 0513, 0306, 0434, 0506, 0174, 0307, 0428, 0327, 0173, 0423, 0157, 0214, 0348, 0323, 0503, 0448, and also 0382. Congratulations to all our lucky draw winners here. And please don't forget to collect your prizes at the registration counter at the foyer as you leave this room. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of D-Touch Promotion, we'd like to say a very big thank you for your support and your time for being here this evening. And we do hope to see you again next year in another Miss Malaysia pageant, which is in 2008. I'm Carol Lee, your MC for this evening. I wish you a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Malaysia, truly Asia.
Once again, a short reminder to all our members of the media, there will be a press conference at the Business Center 1, level 15. Right after this, you're cordially invited to attend the press conference.
It's the place for us to be. It's the time to feel so free with a million smiles in one go.